right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the delays. We're here now. We're in the second quarter at Footscray Lacrosse Club. It's day 3, game 1 of the 2019 ALA Maverik Challenge. We've been battling the elements up in the Tower of Power. It's been wet, wild and windy, but so far the game has been a close one as well. 2-2 is the score. Both teams even here in the second. And it's been a back-and-forth battle so far. Both defensive sides having a good showing. The offense have been at the mercy of the keepers and the defenders so far. Neither side really been able to get the momentum on the attacking end of things, but American Pride with the ball now, hoping to get things on the roll. Ball in field now. High set, looking for the one-on-one dodge there. Roll inside, lefty hand, and just wide of the mark there. Defense doing just enough to disrupt that shot. Unable to get it on, but only just missing by a smidge. Ball's behind now. Looking to drive the corner. Cross-crease feed. And big save there by Jay Bidwell Barton, the Aussie keeper who started the game for Oz Gold. Big cross-crease step on this one. The field is in good condition. It's been a rainy few days here at Footscray. But the ability to rotate fields that Footscray Lacrosse Club have saved us some woes. Both sides benefiting from the firm turf out there. It is a little bit muddy, you'll see on the screens, but no water on the field, which is a blessing for these players. It's not the way with a lot of fields in Melbourne at the moment. It's been a wet lacrosse season so far, and as we are in the stranglehold of July, it's some interesting times in terms of traction on the fields. Mitch Baker with the ball behind, and again, if you're seeing any bars at either side of our footage, we're up in a covering, and it may just impede the edges of your vision. We apologise for that, but bear with us. Change of direction there, and it's American Pride with the ball again. Just having a bit of trouble. Only seeing the front, only seeing numbers on the back of jerseys here as we have an offside from Oz Gold. American Pride have to attack. The flag down rules different in Australia and in the FIL rules than they are in the college or high school system in the States. You have to be deemed to be attacking the goal or else you will have the play end. So this one here even would be often called ball behind, knocked down there. And again, the ball hits the deck, the play ends. It's not the change of possession you see in the US system. So we have the offside there. White were in possession, so we'll have Gold 84, Nick Brothers serving for 30. We'll see the extra man unit out for American Pride. This is the first of 3 games we'll be bringing you today. Now we've got our setup ready to roll. Hopefully there won't be any more impediments to our ability to broadcast, and we should be ready to go. But American Pride play again this afternoon. And hopefully we'll be able to have all 3 games successfully. So it's 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And then we've got the 1 p.m. games and the 3 p.m. games this afternoon. So it'll be Oz Green versus Oz Gold. That showdown went into overtime in yesterday's game. Mitch Baker, who just got trucked there, he was the game winner in golden goal. And then at 3 p.m. we'll have Chugoku Shikoku taking on American Pride in the battle for Pacific supremacy. Another offside there. Both sides, just a bit of a gentleman's discussion down there at the far end of the field. The offside again was the call. Just some miscommunications from this Australian bench. They've had a number of offsides. No possession when it was called though, so it's going to be just a turnover, no penalty to serve there. But this Australian bench just need to get a few things sorted out. Again, I think these Australian players just not used to the number of subs they have on the sideline with them. Obviously, not a long bench for the US, but playing with 20 guys on the bench for the Australians would be a first time for most, if not all of them. And I think just some communication stuff is happening as a result of that. Ball there, thrown for the scorer's table. Couldn't get it to go, and it'll be brought in by Oz Gold. Mitch Baker with the ball now, waiting for the whistle. With that, we've got a timeout called by Oz Gold. Again, the score is 2-2 here in the second. Not a long time to go now in the first half. But again, we'll see both of these teams back in action soon. We'll have Osgold taking on Oz Green at 1 p.m. And then we'll have American Pride taking on Chugoku Shikoku at 3 p.m. this afternoon. So plenty more action. Again, if you're watching in America, make sure you set your alarms. I think that 3 p.m. game will be right in the middle of. So hope you're all ready for that. But again, once the broadcasts are up, they'll stay up on the Facebook and YouTube pages, so you can check those out. And for updates of the tournament, make sure you're following us on the social medias. We've got Facebook, Instagram, and yesterday we were forced to live tweet a game due to some rain and wind. And if we are able to, we'll be live tweeting the game at 11 a.m. now as well. We'll be able to bring you score updates. So if you're watching for Oz Green or Chugoku Shikoku, we'll be able to give you updates for that game as well. So make sure you're staying with us. Give us a follow. Let us know where you're watching from. I know we've had a number of keen American parents who've been sending us messages trying to get the broadcast schedules for it from us. And again, not ideal situations, but we've done our best to get the games to you. Harry Gibson starts with the ball, sends it down the line. Baker sends it on behind now. Osgold in possession. Ball behind there. Will Olver guarded one-on-one. Turns the corner, looking for a man inside. Finds the player streaking across the crease. It's the Williamstown connection. Harry Gibson finds that one. Makes it 3-2. Osgold take the lead. Good finish there, and that's that look we've seen plenty of times. I was on the receiving end of a few of those this last weekend out at Williamstown, down at the Ferren. The youth movement at Williamstown doing some big things. A lot of players on this. But it was Olver, the lefty, driving hard to goal line extended, and then the player cutting across the crease, able to get himself nice and open. Push in the rear there will be called against Gold. Loose ball, so it's going to be American Pride ball. .134 left to play here in the first half. I think it'll be a loose ball push again. So again, this Australian goal defence playing a little bit of an overzealous style. They dislodged the ball on that one with a double team, but then it gave the guy that extra shove after the ball had hit the deck already. And the referees all over that one. That's what we call that, the Australian hug. You know, that's once you've hit the deck, we just let you know that we're there for you. And with that, we have tie ball game again. Nice feed to the crease. I think both defenses so far have just been pushing out maybe a little bit too far. They've been giving the opposition room to get to the crease now. They started both defenses really playing some stingy ball. They weren't giving looks to either of the opponents or either of their opponents. But the last two goals there, just those cross-crease cuts and able to feed inside and get the finish there. So 3-3 is the score. And 30 seconds left here in the first half. Ball down. Bowen in the middle now for Osgold. One clean there by Maverik, looking for a jersey, number 35 there. On the far side, short time to go. Not a lot of time to hold. 20 seconds is the call from the bench now. Drive across the top again. That feed to the crease. Not sure if Bidwell Barton got a piece of it, but he did a good job cutting down that angle. If not, quick feed to the crease there and in the back of the net. There we go. So 6 seconds left to play here in the first half. And then we'll take a Quick break. 3-4 the score now. Quick strike back. The American Pride scored with 30 to go and then able to win that ball forward out of the centre and make another play of it. 6 seconds left here, so expect both sides to just make it a fight in the middle. No one wants to have a fast break goal scored on them with 6 seconds left, although Osgold wouldn't mind closing the gap and tying things up before the mid-game break. And that is the bell to signal the end of the first half here. The score's 4-3. American Pride felled it back by 1 and then quickly went about closing that gap. Did a good job on that one. Expect to see some goalie changes coming up in the next half, but for now we'll take a quick break, do some more water damage prevention, and we'll be back with you for second half action here at Footscray Lacrosse Club. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. We're about to start second half play as American Pride lead 4-3 over Osgold. It was a hotly contested first half. Again, sorry for the delays on the footage. We got to you in the second quarter, and hopefully no more interruptions, and we'll have the second American Pride game to you a little bit later today. You can see their game from the first day of play 2. That'll be up on our YouTube and Facebook pages, so if you missed that live, make sure you check that out. And for the Aussie fans as well, we had both games from the first day for them, and we got the green game yesterday. Checked out the gold game yesterday. So if you're watching these guys, we've had another game up already, and we'll have more to come. Both teams will play again today. One clean out to the side there by American Pride. Bit of it in the rear. There we go. The delayed whistle. Oh, the hold is the call there. I think the slightly slower whistle is catching the Americans out. I think they keep looking up to the refs, trying to get some calls made as the calls are being made. So it's just a little bit of a different style thing. And again, there's some rule differences, whether it's in the face-off and what's legal in the face-off is quite different between the FIL game and the college or high school game that these guys will be used to. You can carry the ball out of the face-off in the back of your stick. Things like jamming up the wrists are all fair game over here in the land down under and in the international game. So it's just always an interesting one to see when the styles are a little bit different, expectations a little bit different, but so far 4-3 is the score in both sides. Looking like they could win this one. Big dodge from the top there. Shamote comes out to defend. Rip off the pipe. Hit the crossbar on that one. I think the goalie may have been tracking just a little low, so that one just maybe an inch or two from going in. But good look on the run there from the Pride attacker. Ball's up top now. I'm going to give the alley that forcing the roll back there. Nice work, giving the guy his weak hand. Big trail check there. Shamote knocks the ball loose. Can either side come up with it clean? There's a scrap in the middle now. Great ground ball, but it's knocked away again. Gourlay looking to come up with the ground ball now. Goose the ball forward. Can he get it to safety? Great change of possession there. Good fight from the American Pride attackman once it went down. He was absolutely swarmed by gold players. Poor pass there as Sinski throws it into the stick of a Pride defender. And on the breakaway now, lefty Rip wide of the mark. But backed up. The possession shot, we'll call that one there from the Pride. Good move there. Fighting for the angle on that one. Shutting the door in his face though, Nick Burgess comes up with the save. Looking infield now. Sinski with the ball, finds the crease. Cross crease now. Over the lefty, puts it away. Great finish there. Will Over, the lefty, got the pass from Moya. And just a quick dip and dunk on the crease there as he gets by his man. And for those of you at home, we are undercover, but at the same time, if it gets too bad in regards to the weather, we're not fully covered. If anyone wants to provide a portable commentary box for the ALN, shoot us a Facebook message. But we're not fully covered, so hopefully we'll be able to stay with you. But if it gets too bad, we will have to cut the feed. The cameraman is he's not open to being electrocuted for the job. In the face-off there, played back. Great clean win there by the Pride. Ball's loose in the middle. Both sides fighting for it now. Hits the deck. Great check there. Neither side's come up with a clean yet now. There we go. Mitchell Fuss coming up with it. Sends it on to Olver. Olver down the line. Finds Moya. Moya gets under his man. The double arrives in time, though, and it's an emphatic body there. Gets that one away from him. Loose ball in the middle. Who can come up with it? Moya oversteps it. The ground is starting to get a bit chewed up there. And that ground ball contest, a big scuffle there as both sides are fighting for that ball with everything they've got. Ball's up top now with Sinski. Gets it to Fuss. 4-4 is the score here in the third quarter. Both of these sides doing a great job. It's been a back and forth contest, very evenly matched. I think both of these sides are benefiting from the games each day. Obviously, the start of this tournament, neither side would have been completely familiar playing as a team. A lot of different schools represented on this US side, and then a lot of different clubs represented on this Australian side. But the chemistry is developing. We're seeing more and more of the assisted plays. Team defense is really locking in place as well. And it's exciting stuff to see. A number of these players from the States uncommitted. So it'll be exciting to see where some of these fellas end up. If you've got any exciting commitment news, let us know in the feed as well. If you're watching your son and he's just had an offer from somewhere exciting, let us know. And then a number of these Aussie players, wouldn't be surprised to see them throwing their hats in the ring to have a crack at playing the college game. A lot of youngsters in this squad. Obviously, it's great shot there and just finding the back of the net over Burgess. Again, number of players from the last Aussie Under-19 squad are over in the States now, playing in the NCAA and NJCAA competitions over there. And it'll be exciting to see what the prospects are for some of these guys out there now. A lot of 15 and 16-year-old players with plenty of time left as they get the looks. Ball won there by American Pride. Ball's with the Pride now. They lead 5-4. Dodge across the top there. Lefty finds the crease. Looking inside there. Big check. I think the American player hoping for a flag on that one. Called a brush by the referee, though. Did get stick in there. Again, just one of those rule interpretation things. That's what people expect for the calls. Is always interesting when you see these international teams coming out. The American player wanting the call from the Japanese ref as the Australian defender comes out at him. That's multiculturalism in action out on the field at the moment. Big dodge there. Got his hands free. Couldn't get it to go. That sounded like helmet to me, though. I think that might have been a fair appeal there for the referee. Great shot there on the step down. And in off the pipe there. Gets it by Burgess at 16. My player sheet didn't survive the rain this morning. So I don't have names up here with me and won't be able to get back down for till the next game. But you'll have to bear with me on just numbers for now. Sorry about that. In the center now. Bowen got it in his stick, but had it dislodged. Picked up now by the Pride. Ball's out back now. Swinging it around again. Pride out in front at the moment. What can they do with this play here? Looking to give the man the alley, but he's got his right hand free. Big shot. The howitzer missing wide of the mark, though. Just closing a little bit of angle there, so could probably see the Australian defender Stevenson coming out a little bit further on that one. But not a bad look there. Looking to feed the crease. The Aussies doing a better job shutting that one down. The ball skims through, though, and a step-down rip from the right. Couldn't get it to go either. Again, Australians have made a few adjustments coming into the second half here. They've been collapsing in a bit more on the off-ball side to sort of cut out that crease play. Because there were a few feeds early on. Bowen with the intercept there, and he'll go all the way downfield now. Bowen the face-off. Oh, another pass through sticks there. Oz Gold have been making some passing errors as they've been going. Number of knockdowns and turnovers on that, and it's not what you want to see, doing all the work in the defensive end, and they get up, and it's just those little technical errors they're having. Maybe some effect of the wet on the sticks. Could have some pockets bagging out a little bit, but got to be looking to make those adjustments and get these passes on, because it's always a tough one, especially if you're at the defensive end, having the ball come straight back at you off a passing error. Moya with the ball now on the far side. Ball's up top now. Looking for the step down with Stevenson. Couldn't get it to go. Again, pulling that one just a little bit wide. Sure. 5 minutes left to play here in the third. Pride leading. Ball's with Pagliaro. All right, got a player list now with me for American Pride. So again, sorry about missing some names early on. Another errant pass there, couldn't quite get it to go. Stevenson with the ball now on the near side of the field. Aiden McLeod defending up top, swinging it around again. Got to get some numbers on the front of these Pride jerseys. Anyone in the equipment department over there, just make it a little bit easier for me next time. Ball's up top now with Sinski, just getting some subs in now for the gold. Nick Brothers gets the ball. Olver with the ball behind, hands off for Moya. Moya looks to turn the corner, trying to feed the crease, couldn't get it to go. Zinski comes up with the ball now. He is absolutely smothered by Schroeder, number 12 for the Pride. His shot wide of the mark there. Number 8, Richie Summers in goal for the Pride at the moment as Pagliaro on his left looks to turn the corner, rolls back. He's a righty if he can get there. Trying to sneak that one to Olver on the crease, couldn't get it to go, but Olver backs up his own ball. Looking for Brothers on the crease, couldn't get it to go. Some of these Aussie players just need to shorten these passes up a little bit. Clearly some mud and water effect on the sticks there. It's Brendan Huey and Summers staring down on that one. Brothers zings it, sticks off stick high. Great step down. Just a bit of cat and mouse play there from Joseph Pagliaro. Had Huey caught up on the crease. Summers trying to split there as well. And then Brothers, the backside cut, caught his man napping up top and able to put that one away. And in the center, we're back now. Christian Locasto in the middle for American Pride. And it's Aaron Hill in the center for Oz Gold. 2 minutes left to play in the third. Across the top now, Pride with the ball, looking to settle things down. Some subs coming. All right, Pride have their personnel out now. Good one-on-one defense there from Aaron Hill, standing his ground on the short stick matchup. 6-5 the score. American Pride leading the way. Burgess with the ball. 1 minute is the call now. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, I think Will Olver didn't realise he could go across there. The over and back, you have to be settled. You have to be in the attacking third before it counts. But again, if you're watching on Facebook, the stream quality on the YouTube stream, the ALN YouTube, will be a bit better. So you can check that one out as well. Good body there, just selling out for the ball there, American Pride. Big bump there, all clean. Both sides really scrapping for it at the moment. Still trying to goose that ball to safety. Will Olver comes through with the ground ball, and the timeout was called. There we go. Timeout to Oz Gold. So it'll be under a minute. 10 seconds is the call there. Sorry, misheard that from the bench down beneath us. 10 seconds left to play. Oz Gold with the ball. Can they tie it up? It'll be 6-5 if not. They've got 10 seconds to make a play to end the third here. We'll see what they can do with it. If you're watching over in the States, let us know where you're watching from, which state are you in, and I'll if I've been there, I'll give it a ranking out of 1 to 10 and let you know my thoughts about maybe a potential move to a new state. I'm sure that's what the fans want to hear. Also, if anyone has a bucket, we're just bailing out some water from the scissor lift, so any little helps. 10 seconds left here in the third. American Pride don't need to make many changes defensively. They've been doing a good job holding out against the Ozgold lineup. But you've got to see what Ozgold throw at them. What offensive wizardry they can come up with on this last play. So. Gav Levy, not sure if he's allowed on the field or not. Referee's just reminding him that he's not. Ball's going to start on the far side with Joseph Pagliaro. He's backing away. I think they're looking for a sweep to feed. Bounce pass to the crease. Great save. Richie Summers just slamming the door on that one. It may have been just after the bell anyway, but Summers was having none of it. Great cross-crease step and just punching that hand across to make the save on the doorstep. And with that, three-quarter time, and it's 6-5 here at Footscray Lacrosse Club. It was a similar story yesterday afternoon in the game between Oz Green and the American Pride. It was a quick turnaround. It went from 5-5 to 10-5. Can the Pride hold out in today's game? Wait and see. 1 quarter of lacrosse action left. And then we'll have Oz Gold back in action at 1 p.m. We'll have the American Pride back in action at 3 p.m. Oz Gold will take on Oz Green. And the Pride will take on Chugoku Shikoku. They got the win over them the first game, 8-6. Oz Gold beat Oz Green 5-6 in overtime in their first showing. Expect to see some more offensive might in this game, I would imagine. The grounds are getting more and more choppy, makes defense very hard. I like to think as a more defensive-minded guy that defense is much harder in the rain than offense. But I'd take some convincing otherwise. Again, not many adjustments that need to be seen from American Pride. They're doing a good job matching up. They've been winning a lot of one-on-one matchups. Just whether they can settle things down, control, and get some 6-on-6 scoring to happen will be the test for them. Ozgold maybe making a few changes. We've just had some passing errors from them. It's been a tough one in the office. They've played a lot of defensive possessions and then turn the ball over, get upfield, and then make the passing error at the other end. And it's resulted in the ball going back down the American Pride way. But we'll see what they can do with the ball in this fourth and final quarter of the game. There we go. Christian Lacasto, 35, is committed to play at St. John Fisher. He'll be playing under Coach Dobbins there, so a bit of a shout out there for St. John Fisher. And Christian Lacasto, he's been big in the centre for the Pride when he's been out there. Ball across the top now. And Osgold come out with it. If anyone else wants a shout out, any parents committed to play college lacrosse? Let us know. Ball's with Osgold, and they'll look to settle things down here. Play some 6-on-6. Ball hits the deck there, but picked up now. Big overhead check, misses its target. 2 players up top, nice and wide. American Pride happy to sit their defense a little flatter. They're not coming out a long way at the top. And again, I think with this extra mud, coming out for the matchups makes it a bit tricky on those change of directions. If the attacking player can get that first step by you, it can be a tough ask to get back. Baker turns the corner, fires, can't get it to go though. Great defensive effort there from his man. It was Ben Edwards defending there. Able to just take away the angle as Baker turned the corner. Both sides fighting for it now. And looking for the clear. Nate Cashmore sends it in for Summers. Schwartz with it now. Back across to the far side. Try and find a number on that one. Takes the bump, sends it up. That'll be Noah Reed there out of Limestone. If any Limestone fans are watching, they're the power in Conference Carolinas down south. Obviously the people's champion of that conference, University of Mount Olive Trojans. Not that I'm biased at all. I only went there for 4 years. Ball's up top now, American Pride looking to settle things down. Jacob Haas has the ball. Sends it on for Drew Bannister. Out back now. Looking to swing things round. The step down rip comes just off the mark. I think Burgess had a read on that one. The short stick defender just a little slow closing out there, but the shot a little wide of the mark. Turning the corner there, couldn't get it to go was George Rusnak. Couldn't quite get it on target though. And again, for those of you watching, if you are going to check out our YouTube stream, which will bring a higher quality stream to you, and makes it easier to do things like watching it on your TV if you've got something like a Chromecast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to receive alerts when we're going live with games. So it'll let you know when our feeds are coming up. The shovel pass, meant for gold, picked up by Pride, though. Timeout White is the call there. Pride have looked in control so far offensively. They've had a few looks, haven't been able to get one by Burgess though. A few near misses and one big save there from the young keeper. There we go. All right, so we've got the keeper for the Pride at the moment, Johnny Capone. The number listed is incorrect on our end, so sorry about that. I've been giving Richie Summers a lot of saves there apparently at this end, but Capone between the pipes. So he's the one who had the awesome save at the end of the third. Nice work, Johnny Capone. So again, thanks for letting us know. That was I think that was Dad sending us the message there. All right, yep. All right, heading back out now to play. Tishan Donkersley is watching from Phoenix, Arizona. It's 112 degrees there. I imagine it's slightly less boggy as well. Great shot there. Couldn't get it to go, though. Matthew Griffin, number 27. He'll be playing at Wingate University in North Carolina. Another good rival there. The Bulldogs, I believe, at Wingate. Great school there. And we've got Joanne Nardone watching from New York, USA. Is that New York City, or are you upstate? Do you not like it too built up around you? Mason Donkersley, number 5, is going to be playing for Indiana. He's going to be a Hoosier. It's a bit exciting. Best basketball movie about that university so far, or about that state, I should say. Hoosiers. If anyone else has a good basketball movie team that they're going to be associated with, let me know. Looking for the clear now, though, is Nate Cashmore. He gets Baker draped over him, but manages to weave through to safety now. Down the line there, Connor Holland with the ball. Holland wearing the box lid. There are a number of Canadians on this American Pride side, I believe. They bring out 3 flags with them to games. They bring out the Iroquois, or the Haudenosaunee flag, the US and Canadian. So I think some good representation on this side. Gets by his man again. That's what I was talking about with that change of direction. If the attacker can pick a side and get going nice and early, defenders have a hard time matching feet with them, as the ground just doesn't hold up for a quick change of direction. Ball won't make it to the midline there. Plenty of time for the Pride to pick it up. Drew Bannister comes up with it. Just patting those ground. Oh, faked his man out absolutely there. That's Zachary Pizzamenti. But able to get back, throwing some big checks there, but it's Oz Gold who can come up with that. Pizzamenti, the great dodge, just couldn't close out on it though. And Gold get the clear. They'll look to head downfield and settle things down now. Charging it on the far side, Warren had it. Couldn't get the look of the man though. I think he had that backside cut, looking pretty good. Annie Sloan, thank you. Watching from Rainy, Virginia. All right, at least someone can sympathize with us. And if you're watching from Adelaide or Perth in Australia, great save from Burgess, the North Adelaide keeper there. If you're watching in Adelaide or Perth, you don't need to mention Melbourne's weather. We're well aware. We do our best to make everyone else uncomfortable. Great save there from Capone. And that'll be an in the rear call there. Big save. Bit of a rebound on that one. Couldn't get it to go. But the ball back with Gold now. And again, just a bit of that overzealous defensive effort we've seen. Both sides really scrapping for the ball. Exciting play at both ends. Sending behind now. Moya has the ball. Sends it on. Up top, Douglas Brooks sends it on for Baker again. Moya behind. Justin Steele with it. On now for Brooks. Pick coming, looking for a bit of big little play on the wing. Gets the switch to the shorty. Can Baker get his hands free? Looks to step his man down. Turns the corner, drives inside. Fakes low, shoots high. And a great finish there from Mitch Baker as he makes it 6-6 here. Just a good individual effort. It was smart play there. Brooks and Baker set up for that big little. Baker had the pole matched up on him early. Brooks set a good pick, drew the pole off him, and Baker could get topside. That short stick matchup fought valiantly but couldn't get it to go against the attacker. So good mismatch there, able to capitalize on that. 6-6 is the score now. And it's starting to look a little clearer here at Footscray Lacrosse Club. I don't want to speak too soon, but I can see some blue in the sky. So hopefully we can see some more of that. These players have earned some good weather. They've put up with a lot so far this week. It's been cold and rainy and windy, but it hasn't affected the lacrosse. Just the electrical equipment. Ball's behind now, looking for the drive. Oh, great pass inside. It was a... Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Just having a discussion up in the commentary booth. 7-6 the score now. It was George Rusnak, the feed on that. The finish was good as well, but Rusnak sort of almost threw a twister for the feed on that one. Just crossed over and managed to find the man inside there to finish. 7-6 the score. It's in the fourth. I'll give you a time update when I can from down below, but we're listening out for it. Illegal procedure there against Gold. Balls with White again. Brendan Huey with the ball up top. He's got numbers coming for him. What can Pride do with it? Can they stretch their lead? They've had more of the offensive look so far in this quarter. Melster drives down the line, looks to feed backside. Nice pass all the way back across. Not enough on that one to get it by Burgess. The stick-side rip had some heat on it, but just going to have to do a bit better on the placement than that. Pride clearing through their own players on that one. Big roll. Harry Gibson is taking some punishment there. Timeout is the call. Timeout charge to Gold. I think the Pride player giving Harry Gibson a pat on the back. That was number 52, Noah Reid. I think he was impressed with how well he took the beating on the sideline. Good to see that between players. It's I love a physical game, but it's also good when the players can acknowledge that, you know, everyone's playing for the same reason. Just having some fun out here. You may be able to see shadows on the field now. That's actually what happens, and a lot of you may not remember this. That's what happens when the sun comes out. The light is stopped by opaque objects, and those shadows are cast there. We haven't seen that in a few weeks down here in Melbourne, though, so this is pretty exciting stuff for us. There we go. So Kyle Strayer and Zach Pizzamente, 24 and 9 from American Pride, will both be at Wingate as well down in North Carolina. If we've got any Australian players or we've got Australian families watching, let us know, has any of these guys committed to play over in the States? I know we've got, on the green side, there's a few American players. On this gold side, we've got Nick Brothers. If you've got anyone watching, is anyone committed to play over in the States? I know a number of the club players on this Australian side playing up in their state league ranks for their clubs where possible. The very different style of competition. Obviously, the collegiate system, super high level, but when you get into state league in Australia, it's you're playing against grown men. It's a big ask for the 15 and 16-year-old players out here, but they make it work. So it's always an interesting system, looking at the difference in development of players. Steele with the ball now. Far side for Pagliaro. Looking to turn the corner. Pagliaro doesn't get the angle on it. Doesn't mind that look. He's a righty, I believe, but he's happy to take that low angle shot and either shovel it back righty or go the lefty wraparound. It's not a bad finish there from Pagliaro. Missed pass on that one. Good closing out. It was Curtis Smith able to knock that one loose as it went by Pagliaro. Smith with the ball. Capone with it, sends it across to the near side. Nate Cashmore with it. Back to Capone now. Capone, I believe, playing at Siena College. The Saints, I believe. The St. Bernard Dog, as opposed to the Limestone Saints down in South Carolina. Great defensive effort. Ethan Moyer is all over his man, but Paris Brown just taking the punishment there. Sends it inside now. Zanichelli with the ball. Across the top, turning. Bit of a hitch there. Fakes the handoff. Caught his defender with the fake, but the rest of the defense were there. Burgess just left his pipe too open on that one. And it's a finish there for the Pride. I'll try and get you a number as he turns. Bear with us on this one again. It's number 11, Matt Zanichelli on that one. Able to capitalise for the Pride and extend their lead now. 3 minutes is the call there from the bench. So 3 minutes to play. Pride are out in front at the moment. Again, it's been a back and forth showing so far this week at the Maverik Challenge. A number of teams have been trading wins, but it's been close lacrosse the whole way, which is exciting stuff. Keeps it interesting for the fans. Legal procedure gold is the call there. They'll collapse in to defend. Curtis Smith will start with the ball. Another Limestone Saint. Number of former Limestone Saints in the Australian system, especially Victoria. Obviously out at Eltham, Keith Nyberg, the defender, who's just been named a captain or assistant captain of the Australian box lacrosse team. He's in the Hall of Fame at Limestone College. He's the bane of many an attacker's day down in the south. Great finish, good body save. Burgess just closing the angle on that one. Looks to go Gilman on the clear. Passes short. Stevenson couldn't get it though, and it's going to be out of bounds. Again, those passing errors I was talking about earlier, this Australian gold side have just had some trouble adjusting. And they're not favourable conditions, but they've just made their job a little harder than it needed to be. Couldn't get the finish to go on that one. I think it was Rusnak who shot it. Number 3 hit the crossbar and bounced wide. Balls with Pizzamenti now. Gets under his man, gets his left hand free. Cross crease feed, couldn't get it to go. Ball's picked up by Burgess. I think it may have been deflected by a gold defender's stick. Not super clear from up here, but it was knocked down either way. Burgess came up with the GB. Hooks it into the middle looking for Warren. Warren looks to run the clear. Gets by one, gets by another. Cross crease, sends it down. Baker drew the flag on Baker didn't draw the flag, sorry. Baker got the ball. Warren drew the flag, and we're going to see Gold go man up after that shot goes wide of the mark on the low-to-low rip. Again, both of these teams will be back in action. We won't have the 11 a.m. game for you today between Green and Shikoku, but we will have the 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time game, which will see Oz Green take on Oz Gold, and we'll have the 3 p.m. game between CS and American Pride. Great little dip on that one, just a slow ball to the crease. I think the Pride defenders there thought he was throwing a big pump fake, but just sort of goosed the ball out of his stick. Found Harry Gibson on the crease, closes the gap. 7-8 now. Gold trail by 1. Short time left. Just over a minute to go. It's stop clock now. Got to get a sub. Player off the field. Sorry, there's a man in the box still. So Gold on the man up. Can they win the ball clean? Shane Moat's going to chase it down. They've got their man advantage. What can they do with it? They find Steele on the far side. Can Steele make a finish? Moya has it now. Sinsky is streaming on from the box. Get it to Baker. Baker was the hero yesterday in overtime. Short time left. Subs coming. 30 on the game clock there. Still a man up. The game clock will be ahead of the penalty clock, though. Penalty clock will be ahead of the game clock, though. So it'll go to even strength. Sinsky catch on the crease. Big body. And gets it to go. 8-8 is the score. Just a great play there. Sinsky, good composure. Took the slide. May have even been 2 bodies getting to him. Capone was coming through as well. Had the confidence to throw a fake before he got the finish. Just doing enough to get that one by Capone. 8-8 the score as Sinsky gets that one to go. 18 seconds left to play. I think either of the face-offs, if they could win it themselves and head up into attack, big things could be happening. But we'll see what happens there. Coach is just having a chat with the Sedgy, the CBO down there. Hill comes up with the ball, takes a hit, turns around. Short time left. Penalty is released now. It's going back to even strength players entering on. Short time left. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and over just misses the mark on the step down. All right, all tied up. We'll have overtime here. It's 8-8. Great closeout from Gold. Pride were looking the goods in the fourth quarter. They had a 2-point lead and they were getting most of the possession their way. Just couldn't finish out though. Gold able to tie things back up. Will Sinski hit the game tying goal with 18 seconds left on the clock. So we'll have a quick break now. We're going to go into overtime. It is golden goal. It's sudden death. It's sudden victory, whatever your chosen terminology is. I like sudden death. Sounds more dramatic. All right. It's to the coin to see directions. It's not carry on from what we already had. So we'll see the change of ends either way. Capone between the pipes to the right of screen. Burgess between the pipes to the left of screen. Hill is in the center. He's got Lacasto up against him. Players are down, whistle on, and it's overtime now. Again, first goal will end the game. Everything to play for. We've got a hold call there against Gold, and it's going to be Pride ball. Reed with it. Ball's up top now. Huey with the ball. Drives inside, rolls back. Has a hitch there. Far side. Knocks down though. Gourlay comes up with it. Moat's fighting for the ball. Hill comes up with it. He has it knocked loose. Scrapping for the ball in the middle. It's loose just above goal, just inside the restraining line now. Flag on the play, so we'll have a... There we go. It's as Pride picked it up. There'll be a whistle now. There we go. So it's Shea Moat. Gold 9-1 will serve a minute for the slash. And we're going to see Pride go man up in overtime. What can they do with the EMO? Or power play or man up. Again, you just pick your terminology at home. Big overhead check. Couldn't get it to fall though. Bounds almost overcommitting, but put enough pressure on his man to force the error on the shot. That one high and wide of the mark. Missed pass there. Two Pride players. Bound is going to make it a fight though. Comes out and gets his man. Loose ball on the deck on the near side. Another big bump. Great fight there from Oz Gold. They'll get the ball back their way. They'll look to clear now. So the penalty kill is still in run. Mode is still on. 27 seconds left on the penalty. So Gold have to get the penalty kill. 20 seconds now on the penalty. And Gold with the ball. Mitch Baker has it up top now. He was the hero in yesterday's overtime win for Gold. What can they do now? 5 seconds left there. And again, it's a tough one on this with the Pride players. On a normal penalty like this, you'd come out and double the ball. Any error, though, in sudden death, it's make it, take it lacrosse. If you get the goal, you win the game. So only one error is enough. So I think the defense doing a good job playing a little bit conservatively there. They weren't rushing out to try and attack the attack the opportunity for the double team. Baker has the ball now. Great knockdown there. The Pride defender stuffing that one. It was number 12, Jonathan Schroeder. Loose ball there, though. Can Gold pick it up? They've got numbers at the ball. Warren got a piece of it, I think. Couldn't get it clean, though. Check that, it was Gibson. Mitch Baker comes up with the ball again. Across the top, Olver has it, the lefty. He rolls under. Great check again. His player goes down, though. Oh, that's that kick. So that's a legal procedure there. Once the stick is out of your hands, you cannot be involved in play. Tried to kick that ball away, and I think we'd call that a professional foul if this was basketball. That's probably a good call there. If Olver had scooped that ball up clean and had the shot uncontested, that would have been game and blouses. Baker's shot saved by Capone. He's been clutch in the late run now. Baker with it again. Up top now. Too high for Moya. Olver's chasing it down. He's going to have room once he gets it. .40 seconds left here in the first period of overtime. Baker hands off for Moya. .30 seconds now. Moya rolls under his man. There's a slide coming. Can they get Gibson topside? He loses the ball. Fighting for it. It's loose. It's a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 now. Baker comes up with it. He loses it. Great defensive presence there. That was Noah Reed who got the stop. He's got Olver coming for him. Big bodies on the sideline there. George Rusnak with the ball. Big save by Burgess on that one. We'll have the crease violation. I hear 3 seconds being called below me. Big save there. Burgess keeps things alive. Both keepers coming up with big stops. With big stops in overtime. So it's just a changeover. There's no break between periods. Players just change ends. There we go. So obviously overtime rules, bit different between forms of play as well. The tournament play now all sudden death in the FIL rules though. We're hoping for a quick score on this one. Got to make some adjustments to some equipment once that goes. It's going to be Hill and LaCasto in the center. Who can be the hero for their team? Who can put this one away in overtime? Both goalies have come up big so far. Which attacker or which player in general? Can it be a long pole? Long pole sudden death goal. I'd like that. Keep things interesting for us. If you're watching along at home, who's hitting the game winner in your opinion? Who do you think is going to be the clutch man to win this one for their team? Ball's on the deck. LaCasto took a big hit early, comes up with it now. There was a push in the rear there, surely. No call made, but possession is on. Both sides scrapping out there. Mitchell Fuss has it. He's been a little bit quiet today. He was big in their first day action. LaCasto did a good job in the middle there. Took a bit of a beating. Pagliaro has the ball now. Pagliaro waves Baker through. He's got Curtis Smith watching him. Takes the bump. Topside, that early show from the Pride defense. They're not giving them too much room. Again, any error at this point defensively could be game. So it's always a tough one. Do you play conservative? Do you put it all on the line? What do you do in overtime? Dodge across the top. Fuss has the ball, sends it over now. Moya with a step down look, finds the crease. Brothers, one-handed shot, big save, Capone. Brothers was falling over backwards, went one-handed on that one. Couldn't get it to fall though. Capone did a good job staying big there for the White. Big pass cross field there. Aussie defender closing out there. Pride with the ball. Ball's with Pizzamenti now, number 9 on the near side. Again, sorry about that bar in your vision. He's got Harry Gibson watching him. What can Pizzamenti do? I think he's favouring the short stick matchup. Fakes the handoff there. Gibson doesn't buy it though. Up top now, step down, rip. Defender gets the save. Lachlan Bound got that one in his stick. Good body off the ball there, and it's White with the ball. Bannister has it, sends it behind now. Burgess, another save. Both keepers coming up huge in OT so far. Good big body there. Both sides fighting for it now. They've got numbers at the ball. What can they do with it? White come up with it. They've got the player on the far side now. And great finish. Paris Brown, number 13, puts that one away. He calls game on it, and the Pride win in double overtime. Both goalies huge in that one. I think both sides can be very proud with their play there. We're going to cut away pretty fast now. We'll be back at 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time with Oz Gold versus Oz Green. We'll be back at 3 p.m. with Chugoku Shikoku. Thank you everyone for bearing with us through the presentation. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. And again, until then, thank you from everyone here at the ALN for watching.